Yeah. So we're going to talk to you guys today about PlayStation. I was overly negative with the last video. I thought I was being a little too harsh in hindsight about The Last of Us remake. I think it's actually a good idea, especially if they could use the mechanics and the animations from, Last of Us 2, but polish them out more. I think it's actually a good idea. So, yeah, I want to talk to you guys today about PlayStation prioritizing big blockbuster games, and now developers and gamers are upset. I find it hilarious. I find it funny that gamers are now upset Sony isn't making smaller projects and they ain't making games from Japan studio as much. It's so funny to me. You wanna know why it's funny? Because I know for a damn fact these games financially didn't do really that well. You wanna know why? Because people didn't play them. People didn't buy them. And yet, now they want those games. Now they want them because they aren't going to get them. Okay. You want Days Gone. You want Days Gone 2, more specifically. Let me ask you a question. Did you buy Days Gone day one? If you did everything in your power to support the game. And Days Gone, from what I understand, didn't do super bad in sales, but it didn't do big numbers like Sony thought it would. It also did do well with critics. Critics were very harsh on the game. They were being, in my opinion, unreasonably harsh on a game and a developer that hasn't made a big AAA game in almost 5+ years. And yet, for whatever reason, you guys are shocked there isn't a Days Gone 2. Because you guys didn't buy it, the critics didn't like it. What's Sony supposed to do? Are they just supposed to throw money at Team Bendy to say, do whatever the hell you want? Because, well, they're still making a new IP. They're still making a new game. They still exist. So obviously Sony has some faith in them. But as far as Days Gone, they're right now saying, nah, not the right time. Not the right time because people didn't like the first one. I find it funny that people are upset about this all of a sudden when I could almost confirm most people who play the damn game didn't even try to fucking platinum it. You know what? That's on you guys. If you're upset with Sony, you think Sony should just throw money at developers and not actually be careful with their money, then you don't live in the real world. You can't just throw your money at something and expect it to stick, especially when you don't have a lot of money compared to your competition like Microsoft and Nintendo. Sony doesn't have the luxury of throwing money around. But you know what? It's on you guys. You didn't support those games. You didn't support Japan Studio. You didn't support Days Gone. And now you're shocked that Sony doesn't want to invest into those studios because you didn't support it. You didn't show your love for it. You laughed at them. You said these games were jokes. And now look what happens. It's funny what's happening, huh? Yeah, Knack 3, we don't want Knack 3. But then you don't realize what you're actually saying. What Sony takes from that. They take as, we don't want Knack 3 because we don't like Knack 3. Or, just smaller Japan Studio in general. Because Japan Studio games don't sell well. The only reason I think the Astro developers are sticking around is because those developers actually get more praise than most of the average Japan Studio games. Then in smaller games like Concrete Genie or Dreams, boom, no one plays those games. From what I understand, those games didn't even crack 1 million. And yet you guys are shocked that Sony isn't supporting those developers like they support Naughty Dog. Even though they still work with those developers, they're still helping those developers out, and they're helping other developers out with their, budgets and all that stuff. But you don't want to talk about that stuff. Now it's all about those negative headlines. How many clicks you can get? How many clicks? Click, click, click. How many clicks you can get before you sell your soul out? But you know what? That's my little rant. I find funny gamers want these smaller games now because they know they're not going to get them from Sony. Sucks, but this is the bed you made, so lay in it. Peace out.